Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back. I'm so excited. This is week 4, the final week, the finishing touches on our journals for the OctHygge 2023 collaboration. And I'm a little sad that it's going to be over soon, but I'm also excited because, closure is always nice, right? Finishing a project is always like, yeah. So, okay. I'm really going to try to make this not as long as my last 2 videos. I really, really, truly am. So I'm just going to get to it, okay? I already went ahead and cut my the inner pieces for this front and back. I'm not going to glue them down yet because we have a few things to do first. And I'm just going to go for it. So let's just start here. Okay, so this is my topper, but when it's all said and done, this little puppy is going to be glued on right here. Okay, but that needs to wait just a minute, just to kind of give me a little bit more of a flat surface to work with here. So, all right, excuse me, my voice is hoarse. Oh, and I was going to say, if you hear like a humming in the background, I have my heater on because today is actually legitimately feels like fall. All these other weeks, it hasn't felt like fall so much. So I had to just kind of like pretend it was fall and to get me in the spirit, but it feels like fall. So, but I need a heater on now because my studio upstairs is not very temperature controlled. So it either gets really hot or really cold. So enough of that. Just so you know, I apologize for the buzzing humming sound if that's coming through the camera. I don't know. All right. So what I'm going to do, we're going to make the spine for this cover. And I found this lovely plaid-ish ribbon. I really wanted something flannel, kind of like, soft and cozy flannel, but I couldn't for the life of me find a flannel ribbon that matched my colors. So this is actually, I think this is going to be great because it's really sturdy, really sturdy. So I'm gonna go with it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to glue this down here. And actually this is a wired, so I'm going to cut the wire off just so it doesn't give me that bulk on the edge there. But let me just go ahead and I'm going to cut a little bit more than I need just to give myself some grace. All right, let me do that real quick. Okay, so now what we need to do, ideally, I would like it if this would have been a little bit wider just to give myself a little bit more grip here. But we're going to just kind of play with the width of this here. So let's just do this for a minute. I hope this doesn't make the camera blurry here. So I'm going to try not to have it be an alligator mouth, so I don't want the spine to be super skinny like this. Although I will be doing a closure as well, but so it won't be too alligator mouthy. But I do want to have kind of like a evenness to it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So if I do it like this, I'm going to need the spine to be like this. So I would say. Let's see here. This is hard to do with only 2 hands. I need one more hand. Hang on. Let me try this a different way here. Okay, so from there, I'm guessing that's about a 1/4 inch. Is that 1/4? Yes. Okay, so 1/4 inch on each side, on the inside here. Give myself a 1/4 inch. Oop, it's already starting to fray. Time to glue it. Okay. All right, so that means, I wonder if I can Okay, first of all, this is naturally wanting to curve this way, so I'm going to let it do that so that the spine kind of goes naturally. Okay, a quarter. Let me see here. If I make myself a little black line, I'm not sure if that'll show up for you or me. Oh yeah, that shows up good for me. Okay, so 1/4 inch there. Oh, no, that's a 1/2 inch. Good night. Hang on. What did I just measure? I thought it was a 1/4. Hang on. See, I'm telling you, me and measurements. Beware. Beware. What did I say? That's about right. So I measured it right. I just didn't read it right. That's a 1/2 inch. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm numerically dyslexic. I'm not sure if that's an actual diagnosis, but that's the diagnosis I have given myself. Because it's a challenge. It's a challenge, people. Okay. So about there. Kind of lines up pretty great with where the little natural plaid is. So, okay. Get things out of the way here. All right. Now, I keep swapping around my front and back. Okay. I don't think it really matters. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and use Fabri-Tac. Get that all nice and goopy, and we're going to do the final, whatchamacallit. Okay. So that should be good. I left a little bit extra on the bottom, just so that I wasn't going to be shy. So now that I know I'm not short, I have another layer I'm thinking about putting on. Oh, that's okay. That worked. But I've been thinking about putting on, putting some cheesecloth on top and having the cheesecloth peek out from the top and bottom. I just love the way that looks. And let me think about that. Let me grab my cheesecloth real quick here. Colors. I have a darker brown, which I think might work. I was going to do black. I was going to think maybe the black. You know, it's kind of a nice contrast there. That's not bad. But I forgot I had this dark brown. And the dark brown definitely goes. Let me see. Have that peeking out? Yeah, I like the dark brown. Okay, that's what we're doing. This is actually a table runner from Hobby Lobby. It's a table runner. They had these on Mondo sale, I don't know, in the spring or something. I don't know. So I thought, yes, please. I will take one of each color. Okay, this might be a challenge without getting tangled up. So let me do this off camera, and then I'll come back with the appropriately sized piece of cheesecloth. Okay, I've got it under control now. Phew. So I'm going to, and I cut a little bit longer than I need, just again, so I give myself a little bit of grace, and I can always trim it down. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a smidge, and it's not going to take much, I don't think. Get this all glued down. Okay, so now we have to we have to think about the steps here. When I say we, I mean me. I need to think about my closure now. Before I put my little end papers on here, I need to think about how I'm going to do the closure, which I have already thought about, but not quite down to this level yet. So here's my plan for the closure. I am going to use some actual hardware, which I'm a little nervous. I've never done this before, but I've been dying to, so I figured now's the time. Now's the time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this will be on the front, and I did make sure that, where's my topper? Oh, here we go. I did make sure that, there's enough room. And if I put my topper right on the end, I had, intended on putting it right in the middle, but I think it'll be just fine on the edge here, on this edge, and that will give me room to put this sweet little piece of hardware, okay? And then I'm going to use this ribbon again. I'm going to fold it in half and put this on the end of it, and we're going to wrap it, it'll wrap around. But here's the part that I'm talking about planning for. I'm going to put the ribbon under here so that it's held really tight and really well with that end paper, and it'll be just the whole back of it. So, so this is why I'm going to do this part first before I put the end papers on. And let me think about this now. I'm going to, oh my goodness. So where's the end of the book? Right here. Okay. So it'll be right to that. I'll just put it right to the edge, and then have it be just enough. Okay. So again, I'm going to give myself some more than I will need. Okay. And I'm going to fold it in half so that it's a better, more manageable width, but that'll also give it, a whole lot more strength too. I think it'll be nice. As strong as you can be. That's not going anywhere. And I'll probably need to, I wonder if the fibers of this ribbon are very stiff. I'm almost thinking if I use the bone folder, it'll be as good as ironing it. It's kind of almost like paper. It's quite stiff there. Yeah, nice little crease. That works. Okay. All right. So, but again, with this wire, I don't want all that bulk. So just up until, where's my edge? Where's my edge? Right there. Okay. So just up until about here, I'm going to cut that wire off again. Okay, but I want to leave the wire here because it frays quite easily when the edges are open like that. So, but I think the wire along the bottom like that will look kind of nice. It kind of gives it a finished look. So, okay. First, I'm going to glue. I'm not going to glue the ribbon together here. I'm going to leave it open, at least for now. We'll see how it works. But for the part that's going to be hidden under, I'm going to glue it together just to keep it more compact. It doesn't try to go rogue on me. You know what? I was just thinking this. I want the wire to be whatchamacallit. I want it to be here and not have it be open cut. So I think I'm glad I cut myself some extra because I'm gonna have to move it over more than I thought. Am I making sense at all? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this point. But yeah, that will work. That'll work there. Okay. All right. So Let's see, is this in the middle-ish? What's middle? Middle is about 8 3/4. So the middle will be about that, and that is about where it is. I usually do a pretty good job at eyeballing the middle. I think that's my superpower, usually. All right, so now this can be cut. That can be chopped down a bit. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down for reals. All right, now I'll go ahead and glue these guys down. Where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. Okay, which one do I want where? Does it matter? I want this one here. So, okay. All right, so now before I glue this one on, we're going to do this little piece of hardware on the front. And honestly, I'm not sure if this will cover what I'm doing, but I'm gonna just do it first anyway, just because. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal with this one. I'm going to put this here. I'll probably glue this down at the very end, or at least after I put the hardware on, just to give myself a little bit of room. So, okay. I'm a little nervous about this. I've never done this before. So you guys are my guinea pigs. You guys are my guinea pigs, but I don't know. I felt like this book, okay, let's try it. I felt like this book needed like actual hardware. To me, that feels like really cozy and like secret library kind of a feel to it. So I want to make sure that I'm going to get this in the middle. That's about right. Okay. And this is going to go all the way to the edge. And that's going to go there. All right, so now what I'm going to do, wish me luck. Oh, let me get this again. I don't want to poke holes in my table. Okay. Did I move anything? Anything move? No, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, so I'm going to, and it really is just barely enough room. A little bit more room would be ideal, but you know, you can't have everything. All right, so I'm going to poke. It's a little tough because if you remember, the underneath this fake leather is mat board, like matting from a picture. So it's going to be a little bit of a chore, but I think I got it. Yep. Okay, cool. Got it. And then, all right, okay. And then we're going to do it again. You know what? Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and put this little brad in. Isn't this cute? Looks like a screw. This is 2 different sets. I was going to show you again from Hobby Lobby, Mondo Sale. This is the hardware, but it came with actual little screws, which since I'm not going into wood and it's not that thick, I thought that's not going to work. So I pulled out the little cute little screw. It looked like a little, screw tops. I pulled that out from this, which is also really cute. I want to use that somewhere. Cute little handles. But I figured it will work together like this quite nicely. And then, let me see here. Let's see, like that. Hang on. Oh, that's going to work. I think it's going to work really great. Let's see. Okay, here, I guess I can tell now if this is going to even cover it. It's not. That's okay. If it bothers me, I can cover it with an embellishment or something. I don't know. It's not a biggie. All right, good. So that's that. Okay, let's do that one more time. Okay, great. I think that worked well. I think it worked well. Cool. Okay. All right. I'm still going to set this aside for just a minute. All right. So, oh, my little tape. Okay. All right. So now, I'll get rid of this guy. Now I believe it's time to sew in the signature. Oh, wait. No, it's time to do this. I already forgot. Let me glue this on real quick. Okay. That's looking so pretty already. I love it. Okay. So now here let's play with the signature a little bit here. All right. Since my topper is kind of flippy flappy, I wanted to make my signature, as you saw, there's different widths and different sizes to the pages. And instead of just putting them all in the center, I'm going to kind of alternate them. So I want this to be like this, and then this one on the bottom. I've moved everything where it was supposed to be, but it may have shifted. This one I think I will keep in the middle-ish. Kind of there. And that one's full size. Okay, so this one goes up here. Goodness gracious. Goes up there. This I think I will leave in the middle. Y'all. Or should I cover it up? Cover this up so it's a little bit more of a mystery. Okay, I'll do that. I talked myself into it. Okay. And then full sheet. Oop. These guys are getting out of their assigned seats. Okay, and full sheet. Okay. All right, so this is slightly smaller, so I'll put that in the middle. This is the part that I get nervous about because I feel like things are going to shift on me. Oh, I was going to show you. I never did do this on camera, but I just, on the back of this doily, I just smudged browns and greens. I think it actually looks pretty cool. So there you go. Okay. I think it is all as it should be. Okay, so let me get my little my little friends here. And I'm gonna make sure everything's lined up, and I'm gonna poke 3 holes in the signature, and then we're gonna sew it straight to this ribbon. So basically what I did, whew, I'm getting hot. That made me sweat. That always makes me nervous. Hang on, I take my flannel shirt off. Whew. Either that or I'm having a hot flash, which is very possible. Okay, so basically all I did is I did a hole in the middle, right in the middle, and then 1.5 inches in from each side. That's just how I always like to do it. I know there's so many different ways of doing these things, so that's just kind of my way. For me, that's easy, looks great, boom, done. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to actually use this hemp cord, again, Hobby Lobby sale, and I've got a big old needle. Let me grab my big old needle right here with a big old eye. And we're just going to do the pamphlet stitch. And let me see here. I usually do, what do? I think 3 times. 3 times the width of the signature about, just to kind of give yourself some playroom. I'm sure it's probably way too much, but that's okay. Again, I'd rather trim some off than run out. So, let me get this threaded here, which is pretty easy with this nice, big, huge, gigantic eye. Okay, so I don't want, because you can have the little danglies, the finished ends on the inside, or you can have them on the outside, and that determines, which way you start. I want them on the inside, because I don't want, I'm going to have something else dangling from the outside, so I want to have the outside clean when it comes to just the stitching. So that, let me see, hang on. That actually is the easiest way to do it, because if I want the dangly on the inside, then I will start from the inside. There was one time I wanted the danglies on the outside, and so you have to start from the outside, and with this type of binding, it's a little bit harder. It's doable, but it's a little bit harder. So that I'm glad that works out that way, because it'll make it easier. So I'm just going to start in the middle hole, and this I'm just going to eyeball, because I think that'll be just as easy rather than measuring things out. In this case, sometimes measuring is the way to go, but in this case, I think we're going to just go with this. Now I can also do this and manipulate a little bit. The first one's a little bit touchy, because I want it to be not just in the center, but also in the center. So you know what? Hang on. Let me just measure. Whoops. It's about 1/4. Nope, I'm not in the center. Hang on. Hold what you got. Hold what you got. Okay, that's more the center right there. There it is. Okay, so now, if you've done pamphlet stitching before, you know the whole deal. But in case you haven't yet, I have a feeling there are some beginners watching this, so I will kind of go through the steps quick enough to not be boring, but not so in detail that it's going to bore everybody else. But I didn't do this for the longest time because I was scared. I was scared too. Okay, so you go down the middle. You start in the middle, and then you go to one of the ends. I usually always just go to the top next. Okay, now this is the part that, oops, oh my goodness gracious. Hang on. Goodness gracious. Okay, so this is the part that gets a little bit tricky with this kind of a binding, with the soft binding. And you know what? I just thought of a trick. Hang on. Because I can't see from the ribbon side where my holes are, right? So hang on. I'm gonna give myself a clue here. I'm gonna give myself a clue. Hang on, I need to stand up for this. We're getting serious now. I gotta stand up. Okay. Because I want to make sure it's all centered, right? So here's the hole I made. And I'm just going to use this needle to tell me, to tell the other needle where to go. Make sure it's about right. Okay. So I'm just going to push that through there like that. Haha. So now I know. I'm going to sit back down. Now I know where to go. So I don't know if you can see this or not. Okay, so that's where I need to go ish. Let me see. Lining it up a little bit better with this. Okay. So that's where that needs to go. Now I'm letting go of the signature again because there's no way in one fell swoop that I can get in the hole for all of them. So now I'm trying to do this so that you can see. It's kind of making it a little complicated. Okay, so now my needle's where it needs to be. So now I can look and see here and go through my page holes. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness. Whew. I'm getting sweaty again. Eek, 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 eek. Oh, that one's a little bit tight. Hang on. I want to jab myself in the stomach. Let me grab. And I've got such wimpy hands. Sometimes I just cannot get a good grip. My fingers are weak. Okay. Whew. All right. So now let's make sure that this is nice and tight. It is. It is. All right. Now we're going to skip this hole. We're going to go all the way to the bottom. Oops, am I in camera? Okay. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. And oops, I lost a clip. Oh no, this should still be fine. I hope nothing shifted so much. Okay, so now we're going to go to the hole that we made here. And this is easier because, again, we can kind of see better on the spine coming up this way. All right, so we know this is actually a good guide, this line here. So let me move things over here. There we go. Lovely. That went better. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go back in the middle. Now, when you go back in the middle, this might be a little tricky. Try not to like split this previous string here, or the thread, or whatever you're using. Or ribbon. I've done this with ribbon before too, which I love the look of that too. So try to be careful not to split it. And it's not quite tight, so we can always tighten everything up when it's all said and done. But I do need this to be tight while I'm going back in here. And I'm not going to move this around so that you can see because it's going to be crazy. But you're picking up when I'm laying down, right? I'm just trying to go back into the hole of the papers as I'm doing this. This is a bit tedious, but man, it's worth it because it looks so good when it's all said and done. Okay, let's see. Do I have all my papers? Aha, there we go. Yay. Okay. Whew. Oh no, I bent my page. Casualty of the war here. The war of the needle. Okay, let me do that. I don't know why it's harder to come up through this way. Okay. All right. So, I can take the needle out now. What did I do with my other needle? Oh, there it is. I actually have a fear of needles, like really bad. Needles make me weak in the knees. But you know, you got to do what you got to do with crafting, right? Okay, it did rip the paper a little bit because it's thicker, but I think when it's all done, it'll be fine. Okay, so now I need to make sure that everything is tight, all right? So let's just kind of pull things from all angles. Make sure everything is good and tight. Nice and tight. Oh my goodness, hang on. Need to go this way. I need to tighten it from the back. There we go. And I think this one was tight enough. Okay. Okay. All right. So now make sure that each end of the string is on either side of the one on each side of the middle one here, right? So then we're going to tie it. I'm going to tie it again. This is very grabby. It's not going to slip. If you have something a little bit more slick, you might need to do like a special knot or tie it more than once. But this isn't going anywhere. It's really, really textured. So I'm going to leave just a little bit dangling like that. I don't mind that one bit. Okay. Take this off. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay. Okay. And look, that looks actually blends in so well you can hardly even tell. Okay, so now let me do give this guy a little haircut here. It's a little too long. There. Scruff it up a bit. Love the scruff. And this one's definitely too long. Okay. All right. Okay, now, but wait, there's more. I think I said that last time too, didn't I? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue the topper on. And while I do that, I'm going to ask you the question of the week for me. So the OctHygge question of the week is, what is your favorite drink? Your favorite cozy drink that makes you just go, ah, yes. For me, hands down, Starbucks mocha. Oh my gosh. Just mocha in general, but I don't know, Starbucks, I don't know what their secret weapon is, but I know they have a recipe that everybody follows, but man, I can go to any Starbucks and anywhere in the world, and the mocha is just exactly the same and exactly perfect. And oh, it's so good. And I've tried mochas at other coffee shops, and I've had some they're okay. They're not bad. I drink them. I manage to choke them down. But they're just not the same as Starbucks. And then I've had a few mochas at different coffee shops that were just horrible. Oh my gosh. I really couldn't choke them down. I just kind of took a few sips and just threw them away because, ugh. So yeah, Starbucks mocha is just my, I always say that queso dip and a Starbucks mocha, not necessarily together, but those two things can make a bad day wonderful. Those are the two things that just, are just very, very hygge to me. So cozy. Just a really comfortable, cozy feeling. Okay. Ooh, this is looking good. Okay. Get it centered enough to look centered. And I just used, you may have seen the E6000 glue because this is very textured and this is pretty heavy duty. And so I just knew this would grab it really well. So I'm going to, actually I may put something heavy on it and let it sit for a minute because I really don't want this to move. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so now let's finish up the closure here. Okay. And you know, I could put pockets here too. I probably won't on camera, but there's just so much potential, so much to do. I mean, I could go on forever, but you know, ain't nobody got time for that. So, so let's work on this closure now. Okay, so I want this to be right here. Okay, I don't need near all this. And I do want to. I think I wanted to fold it over, so there's that much more strength to it. And this is very strong, but why not make it stronger than ever? Okay, so let's see. So if I'm gonna close it like this, I want it to be about like this here. So I'm gonna cut about there. Ooh, I hope I did that right. All right. Ideally, having this in further would have been best because it's going to stand out a little bit like this. You know what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do. I didn't think about this closure when I planned this, so you know you can't think of everything all the time, right? I know I can't. So let's see. If I do it like this, maybe a little bit less. I need to play with the proportions here now. Okay. I think it's best if I do it like this. And maybe if I go here like this. Okay. So I'm thinking that's about right there is good. So where I had it folded actually was just fine. All right? Yes. Okay, so then what I need to do is poking me little holes in here. Put these little guys in again. So cute. Oh, I need to turn them so there's nothing sticking out the side to poke somebody. Or at least diagonal. Yeah, diagonal works. All right. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. Okay. All right. Oh, hang on. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. All right. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Okay, now trim up some of this side fluff. What's happening? Okay. Okay, that's going to bother me. So let me see. What can I do about that? This one is smaller and it kind of goes sideways. So I think this might work really nice. Yes. Yes, that's cool. I like that. It does need to be a little bit shorter. Okay. I think that's actually going to really be cool. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to use the heavy duty. No, I'll use Fabri-Tac since we are dealing with fabric, and I kind of want it to stay a little bit flexible. This might be the way to go. So let me do that. I inked the back a little bit brown too, just in case there's some little edges peeking out on the other side. I don't want stark white showing, you know. You know what I mean? Okay. Ooh, I like it. I do. I like it. Okay. So now that I need to squish this down for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. I think we got her down, and I kind of played with it to curve it a little bit, because when we're closing her up here, she's going to be curved a little bit. So I just kind of trained the paper to be like that. So, okay. So kind of like I said, it kind of sticks out a little bit more than I would have liked, but that's because this is not further in. But you know what? I think it's not bad. It has kind of a steampunky look to it. So we're going to go with that. We're just going to go with that. Okay. So now one more thing, the final crowning touch. I told you I was going to use my little mini books to embellish. So what I'm going to do, these are the Cozy Bookworm books. How stinking cute are they? And they come in the OctHygge bundle. If you got that, or if you haven't yet, you are welcome to, or you can buy these separately. I'll have in my links to my shop and everything below. So I decided I'm just going to use 2 of them. I think I'm going to do the vintage book stacks and the cozy book nooks. And they all have the, you know, coordinating little images. This has all the little windows, the little book nooks, and this has the beautiful book stacks and vintagey feel there. So I'm going to make these dangle from my spine. I love dangly things from the spine. So, and it's going to be really simple. I'm going to use this brown hemp cord again. And honestly, if I had already assembled these books, of course, you know, the instructions with that comes with when you buy the kit. But I assembled these to do my listing pictures. If I would have thought about using them for this ahead of time, before I glued in the pages, I would have done a little bit of a little hole with a little eyelet to be able to hang it kind of like a charm. But I didn't do that, and it's too late for that now, but that's okay. There's another way I can do it, and I think it's going to look really, really stinking cute. But first of all, let me just show you. I'm just going to really just kind of pick the middle-ish and just tie it in like this. Put a knot right here and have it dangle. It's not going to go anywhere. But before I do that, I do need to thread this through the top. I'm just going to go through the top here. I may even do it like this so that this stays down a little bit. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I think I will. So, all right, I need to grab my big honkin' needle again. Which one did I use? Does it matter? They're the same. Okay, never mind. They're the same. All right, so let me see here. Get that in there. Uh-oh, don't give me trouble now. We're almost done. Come on now. Don't give me trouble now. Yep, it's gonna give me trouble. I think it's because it's curved. Let me get a little snippet off of there so it's more straight. Okay. There we go. I think that'll work. Yeah. Okay. So I just basically need to figure out how long I want it. I want the dangles. Of course, I need to have enough to tie. So, wrap around them. So let's see. About this much to deal with the tying. So that, okay. So this times 2, because I'm going to do 2 little books. So about there. So that's just dealing with the tying of the books into the thingy, under the spine. Okay, so the dangling part, you know what? I'm just going to give myself a good hefty amount here. Okay. That should do. Okay. All right. So, that's a lot. It's probably way more than I need. Okay. Oh, I need to open her up so I can get here. And I'm just going to, let's see, do I want to go from the front? You know what? Hang on, uno momento. Okay, I think this might actually work nicely. I'm going to use another bulb pin here. Rather than sewing, what if we pin this just like so? And then dangle, and then tie kind of use that as a loop, and just loop come on now. There we go. Loop the string through this. I kind of like that idea. What do you think? I kind of like it. I just love bulb pins. I think they're so cool. All right, so let's see here. So if I do that, if my theory is correct, I definitely don't need all this yarn or this thread, but that's okay. So I think that'll work nice. I like that. I'm going to go with it. So I'm just going to do a knot right there, and then tie this cutie patootie, tie a knot there. And then do the same here. And I'm going to do it a little bit different height to give it some interest. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. There. Cute little, you can't really see it from my angle, unfortunately. But standing up, it looks like this. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Okay. Loving me some dangles. All right. All right. Well, should I do a flip through? Do you want me to do a flip through? Maybe I'll do a flip through in a separate video because I don't want to jeopardize your time anymore, because I know you've got a lot of other videos to do, to catch up on, probably, maybe, and some more to watch this week as all the other collaborators finish up. So I'm just going to leave it at this. You can look for a flip through video coming out very soon. And let me just go through, just in case you have not been following the whole collaboration and you're wondering what in the world this is all about. Let me go through this with you. We have been creating a OctHygge journal, and something just very cozy, a lot of reading, a lot of just coziness, coffee and books and that sort of thing. And we started out with 8 collaborators, and unfortunately, one of the collaborators has gone MIA. We can't get a hold of her, and she hasn't posted anything. So instead of having the, let me grab my little papers here. Instead of having the 8 ideas for journal covers, 8 ideas for signatures, 8 ideas for everything, you've only gotten 7, and I apologize for that. But hopefully you've still been inspired and have gotten some really good ideas. I know I've learned some things, and I've gotten some really good ideas from some of these other really talented ladies. So every week we've been working on one section. This is week 4. I have bound my journal and completed it. And the rest of the week, today also is Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations. She's doing her finishing touches on hers, so please be sure to jump over to her channel and check hers out. And then the rest of the week, we've got the rest of our collaborators, 2 at a time, except for the one that was missing. I think, I don't remember what day that was supposed to be. But so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll be getting some more ideas, and these girls will be finishing up their journals. So then you'll get Thursday through Saturday again to work on your own, or you can be working on it as we're doing ours as well. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to do a drawing, and there's going to be lots of fun prizes. Some of the girls are going to be giving away their journal. I honestly have not decided yet if I'm going to be giving this one away or not, or if this is going to a friend. I don't know yet. Stay tuned. But there will be journals. I will be giving away at least 2 of my digital kits that you can choose, anything from my shop. We've got Anna will be giving away a random act of kindness pack, like just a fun pack of crafty stuff. I don't even know what she's got in there, but I'm sure it'll be fabulous. And there's just a bunch of prizes. I don't think we even have them all compiled yet, but I know all the girls have offered to do something fantastic prize-wise. So how do you get in on the prizes? You need to subscribe to all of our channels, and we've got a link tree below and everybody's channels below, and also a playlist as well that I will link below that Stacy has put together. So it's even easier for you to follow the whole collaboration if you would like. So you need to subscribe to each of our channels. You need to like each of our videos that we've done throughout this whole collaboration. And each of us have asked a question, as I did today, about what is your favorite hygge, whatever, book, song, holiday. Everyone's had a great question to ask, and you need to comment and answer those questions. You do those 3 things, and you'll get in on the drawing, which we are going to do October 31st. And to get an extra point, to get your name in the drawing 1 extra time, we would love you to post your picture of your finished journal. Definitely be sure to use the hashtag OctHygge 2023. Please post all the pictures that your whole process. We'd love to see your embellishments and your signatures. And as you've been working on it, please share that. We would love to see that. But post your finished journal, a picture of your finished journal, to Crafty Dragon Creations or the Crafting Layer group or my Creative Paper Artisan group, the paper crafting community, to get that extra name in for the drawing. So be sure to, you can do it to both or one of us, but the two of us will be tracking those. So definitely do it at least one of them. Okay. And of course, as I've been saying this whole month, if you can, like all the other collaborators, Etsy shops or their Instagrams or their other Facebook pages or whatever, just kind of support us and help us grow. That'd be so wonderful. We'd be so thankful. That's that for that. That's that for that. I think I need to go eat again or something. I don't know. So there you go. I am so excited. Thank you so much for joining me and supporting us in this fantastic collaboration. This has all just really been for the smaller channels like myself, helping us grow, and you definitely have helped us grow. I will let you go. Thank you so much again, and stay tuned for the drawing. We are so excited to see who all's going to get all the prizes. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.